Hi, it's Paolo from Glenyville Italian Jewelry, and on today's episode, I wanted to talk about something that I've just started to do within the Glenyville brand, and I think it's imperative because it's actually teaching me. Okay, once we come out and see a client, and we've gone through the sales process, but it's about mapping out that customer journey from when they come to you and keeping them as a customer after they've finished their transaction. How do you keep that customer conversation happening before and after that purchase has taken place? And it's all right to have a client when they walk into your door and go, yep, I'll take that. What happens after that? What happens after that time from when they come in to purchase again? And how do you reduce that time? So I wanted to talk about the importance of mapping out the client and mapping out their journey. And okay, the client has come in, and usually it's word of mouth, or they've walked by, you're in a shopping centre, local traffic, or it's generational, right?
Yeah.
But what happens after when they leave? How do you ensure that you're the jeweler of choice? And it's just small things. Doing direct marketing, and when we sent a little postcard with a QR code to our website, I mean, you could send that to them once a month. You get them from Vistaprint. They're not very dear. Or else they've done the purchase. Send out a magnet.
There's all sorts of things.
Send out a magnet with the QR code.
Yeah.
And I like this idea. Matthew came up with this. It's on a 40-year or it's a 10-year wedding anniversary, and this is all information you should be getting during the transactional process period. If it's their 40th birthday, 50th birthday, send them a $40 bunch of flowers. That could eventuate into a $4,000 sale.
Oh, at least. Also, sponsor the local footy clubs. Get involved in the community, which is an obvious one.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to make them feel like when they sit and talk to you, they're talking to friends or family,
Yeah.
right? Rather than...
And as such, treat them as that.
Yeah.
Treat them as a friend. It's their birthday. Send them out a little postcard with, here is your birthday. Come in, would love to check your jewelry. Here's 20% off or 10% off your next sale. Because for us, you're not just a customer, you're a family member.
Yeah, or someone comes in, buys an engagement ring, depending on how expensive it is, get him a nice bottle of champagne, you know what I mean? Do things that's going to make you stand out.
And look, mapping out your customer journey is important for several reasons. One, it's understanding your client, right? So mapping out your customer journey helps you gain such a unique and innate kind of understanding of your client and their needs. And once you understand that, you know how to sell to them.
Yeah.
And you know how to serve them better, to add as much value to them as possible, that they keep on coming back. And here it says, it helps you identify touch points and interactions. Exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Improving the customer experience. And we've spoken about this before. Hi Joan, how are you? It's really good to see you. You haven't been in for a while. This is what's new. Just little 2 sentences like that. It automatically, their barriers of purchase have gone down to zip. They feel like they're special, that they're noticed, and that you're actually showing them something that they might be interested in.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a wonderful. All we hear is your 40th year anniversary. Here's a voucher for some roses, or here's some flowers, or here's a $50 voucher we give you to enjoy it. That $50 voucher, you'll have a client for life.
Yeah. You don't have to do it every client for every anniversary.
Obviously if they're up the echelon of your clients.
Yeah.
But if you've got someone who's spending 50, 60 grand with you a year, show some appreciation and show some personalization, And next one is improving customer experience by understanding their customer journey. You can identify areas where you can improve on your customer experience. So how do they come to you? How? You need to know how they come to you and how that translates into them walking in the door and doing a sale. But most importantly, what happens afterwards? How do you get that frequency down so they're coming back in again and doing the whole process again? And ideally, that means that you need them to identify as you are their jewelry needs person. Anything that they have to purchase for a present or a repair, or I don't know what to buy for this birthday, I thought I'd come here first. They need to know that you're their go-to.
Oh, it's not only that. Look, for example, I've got a couple of clients who have really wealthy clientele. I said to them, why don't you explain to them how pink diamonds increase in value? For super, for bigger sales, why put your super into and show them that. Sort of try and funnel them that way. And again, that's more than sales, you know, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
You're adding value.
yeah,
Yeah.
big value, especially as the
Pinks
pink
go
cargoes go up, right? So stuff like that, be very proactive about. They're big sales.
And this all increases your customer loyalty,
Yeah,
right? And at the end, it increases sales. And so, how do you do that? How do you keep in mind after the transaction's done? It's very simple. Email marketing, right? Very easy. SMS marketing, very easy. You've got
even WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp all the time.
WhatsApp, same kind of thing. You've got, okay, social media. I mean, I went to 3 or 4 clients last week, and none of them have social media presence. And I said, well, how are you going to get new clients in the door? You know, I just don't understand how they can ignore that openly when it's a free tool, especially with our shared social media strategy, that they can use to create that frequency and reduce it by showing them, oh, this is new, this is great, this has just come in. If you're looking for a birthday present, if you're looking for an anniversary present, or even just a general conversation about jewelry, how to keep your jewelry clean, what's your jewelry worth, what you shouldn't do with jewelry. These are all topics that keep that conversation going.
Yeah, 100. Well, look what we do.
And
You know, this will, you know,
That's, I mean, and you could do this kind of stuff. You know, I've noticed there's a jewel in Port Fairy. She started to do a lot of this
Oh,
stuff.
has she?
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
and it's reputable and it's authentic.
yeah,
Do you know?
has
And
to be authentic.
and it keeps you in that conversation with your client. And instead of them seeing twice a year, they could potentially see you 4 times a year. And then you've increased your basket size per client. You've increased the
Not
frequency.
only that, too, it makes the sale easier.
Easier, yeah.
Like, for example, they'll come in, say, how you going, Terry? Whatever, blah, blah, it's your 40th year anniversary, I've come in. How much you had to spend? And you'll probably just do the transaction for him. Say, look,
Yeah.
she likes this, she's bought this one.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all of a
She's
sudden.
bought this or this before.
Yeah,
This is
that trust.
Yeah.
That trust you
Yeah.
can't buy, right?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. But you know, you got to think outside the box too, right? Pinks again. Ring up super companies. I know a lot of companies now in super buy pinks. Ring them up.
Yeah.
So look, we sell pinks. This is giving the literature and see what happens. It's a half an hour phone call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a big sale.
Yeah.
So
And it's all about, you know, it's keeping that conversation going, reducing the frequency from when your clients come into the door, and making them understand that when they come in, it's personalised.
yeah, 100%.
You know,
100%.
and that is what everyone is looking for. So overall, if we can map the journey, and if we can decrease the frequency, or increase the frequency and decrease the amount of time from each purchase, you've got a profitable business,
Yeah.
right? And so we're mapping out mapping out your customers adds value to your business by improving your customer experience, increasing customer loyalty. Point 3 is ultimately drive sales, and point 4 is growth in your revenue.
Of course.
And that's what we want, right? And it doesn't take much. You can do MailChimp with your email marketing. There's an SMS company that you can use to send out SMSs. When they come in and they do a repair, put in a postcard that's got a QR code to your website, or put in
you can do all sorts
or
of
put in
things.
a magnet and they stick it on the fridge,
And I
and every
think-
time they open the fridge, they see that you're the jeweler.
This resonates especially with the smaller sort of country sales, as country stores, because the smaller populations, right? So you're not going to have that frequency of more people walking in, but
No.
you've got to offer the frequency of sale,
Yeah.
right? So this is where this will really help.
Really help. But you need to map it out. And I map it out. I like to do charts, and I like to work out which lever I can pull to increase the general. So if I'm looking at increasing jewelry sales, there's some fragments that I do. I pull a lever and I try and increase it. And you can do that with your jewelry sales as well. All right, so I hope that's opened your mind up to a bit to what it is the customer journey, to mapping it out, how important it is, and how you can increase that frequency. All right, guys, all the best. Ciao.
Ciao.